cleared, and we're ready to go for what should be a good midweek battle. The Dayton Flyers out of the A-10 coming to Lexington to take on the Wildcats of Kentucky.
Into a midweek 0-6 in conference play.
And how about Shooter? That's a great piece of hitting, and that ball got past Smith as it kind of scooted. So Shooter gets the leadoff single. The arrow will be charged to Riley Smith.
A little too careful around the zone and issuing those free passes. It's hard.
That bunt to the first baseman, and it's thrown over to second. That ball is lifted to right field, and that's hit the bunch all the way out to the right fielder Plotz. And tagging at third and coming home is Shooter. Dayton takes a 1-0 lead as a result of a base hit.
Throwing that ball in on the hands, but up at the letters.
Got her with the off-speed pitch. And that's the inning, but not. And that ball lifted to short right. Second baseman goes out and gets it for out number one. Now full to Koffel. Lifts it to right field. Didn't get all of it. That ball taken in with one hand by Walter, and 2 up and 2 down for the Cats.
As a and away from the righty.
Now she's set to work 2-2. Grounder to the second baseman. Casper Malice didn't get it over there in time. There she goes, and she'll steal it easily. Ball right.
I would start having the conversation in the dugout to get this ball on the ground.
Again, it's up in the air, out to right field. Smith got the infield hit, but they couldn't get her home.
Hoping to get her back in the next little while.
That ball flared to right. Taken out there by Plotz for out number one. Stephanie Schoonover already up, thrown into Kentucky pen. Off the right side. First baseman goes over there and gets it. Borzilleri. And that ball was headed toward. Got her to swing through that one. And nothing doing for the Flyers in the second. Wildcats come to hit again.
And we're seeing Kentucky hitters take a lot of pitches.
That ball is hit pretty well. Is it hit well enough? Left field? Did she catch it? No. It's gone. Larson goes solo. That wind got a hold of that one, and I didn't know if it was going to carry enough. And the left fielder, Emily Daniel,
the duty of calling pitches can see the game a lot more clearly.
that ball is punched to left, and boy, oh, held on to it. We talked a little bit earlier about the fact Reisner stands back in to take the pitch from Dwyer. Boy, she's up there getting her hacks in now. That one, Flaherty, the catcher. Now the third baseman comes in. That's an awfully nice play by Wong.
With being able to swing away, but a lot of speed in the box.
Hit that one pretty well to the left. Smith going over toward the fence. That's a tough catch. But having played here a lot.
Chest more than in the throat.
Shooter, grounder to second, quick flip, and it needed to be. And that was the first opportunity. Got her on the corner.
Or the Lor Sung home run.
That ball's lifted pretty well to center field. That wind, though, blowing across and not out. And that gave Shooter time to get underneath it for out number one.
Shooter with a ton of speed out there. I mean, this and maybe struggled in some confidence areas. And that swing right there shows you the kind of confidence that Hutchins is stepping into the box with. Anyway, I wanted to send a message to the defense.
And you did that oh so many times, and that ball misses outside. Koffel walks on the 3-2 pitch.
And that's the difference between Hutchins and
Koffel has attempted 7 stolen bases, and that's a slow roller to second. but it's over to first in time. Cats get the walk, but can't get Koffel home. That 3-2 pitch is hit pretty well. Left center, off the wall. Nesby comes and gets it. She did go off speed, and that's going to be a base hit. Nesby boots it out there and left. Caspamalis is going to go into second. And the run scores in the form of Wong.
Was able to step in and be more tight on the zone.
Got her with the off speed.
That's nasty. That is so difficult.
That ball lifted to right. Tag at second by Caspamalis, but that ball's so short she's not going to go anywhere.
Now they're getting called balls, and it's elevating pitch counts, and it's difficult.
Right back to the pitcher, and Schoonover gets out of the inning, but work for Haven Dwyer. That ball is grounded sharply to short. Throw to first won't be there, and they're going to call that an error on the shortstop.
Call it and go hard for it.
That one got out over the plate, and Lorsing lifts it to left. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Key hitters that Rachel Lawson was talking about. Donaldson wanted to test and see what Flaherty would do, and she had to dive back into first.
That's a tough spot.
That ball looks like it's fair right over the third base bag. Two really difficult plays in this inning for Wong.
Part of the plate to a lefty.
That ball just missed, and now the bases are full.
It's telling you where the ball's going to be thrown.
Reisner got it on the hands. They'll tag Donaldson at third. She's going to come home. Here's the throw. It was there, and it was a perfect throw, and they got her. Rachel Lawson immediately throws her right arm out, and she's calling for obstruction. And Phil Friels is going to go directly to the headphones.
Previous call has been changed. The runner is safe at home.
And it comes down to the way that she played.
In the fourth. That ball is lifted really well to left. Is it enough on the track? Wow! Fighting that wind out there the whole way was Daniel. And the inning is over, but not before the Cats get a run, a hit. And then Nesby had some challenges when she got out there.
I don't know that right now this Kentucky team has a ton of confidence. But that right there, Stephanie Schoonover
That'll help.
stepped.
And then we'll be back at the top of the order with Shooter. Played perfectly down there by Lorsing. She was right where she needed to be. Talking about that earlier when she said she just asked them if they were going to continue to pop up to right field. Boy, that's going to be a tough ball out there. Nesby gets that one, and that's the inning. And that's one of the few 1, 2, 3 innings we've seen tonight. Wow.
Year player for Dayton.
Nesby off the end of the bat. One up, one down. So that'll close the book. And Koffel walks for the second straight time.
Unfortunately, that is
2-2 pitch from Baylitz. Got her on an off speed. It's on the ground, but they throw down and they get it. Koffel got the walk, but they couldn't get her in. We head to the sixth, all even.
cleaned up as they both need those games defensively to be good as they play in conference play.
So Nesby still out there in left field as Plotz moved to the deep. That's popped up on the first pitch. And Reisner has it. And quickly they're 2 away.
Well, that's been last year in the leadoff spot, but this year hitting under 3.
Boy, that ball is hit pretty well, deep to left, and it's way up on the scoreboard. And Caspinalis breaks this tie with her second homer of the year, and Dayton takes a 3-2 lead.
Caspinalis absolutely obliterated that. Circle will give you as a hitter the opportunity to not have to do too much because the velocity out of the circle will rebound.
And Flaherty goes after the first pitch to Schoonover, and that'll end the inning on the fly out to center.
Not a bad thing to put her on.
There you go. Leadoff runners on.
The strike.
This time Hamilton swings away. That's a pop-up behind the plate. Wong has it for out number 1. And that's a big out right there. Boy, and that swing, a miss down to second. Wow. That was pretty close. Mitchell called safe.
Yeah, but no challenge coming out.
And that ball is hit to short left for out number 2.
Well, that's the kind of communication I like to see out of defenses, to be able to have.
That ball down in the dirt. That's going to allow Mitchell to advance. They'll call it a wild pitch.
Perfect dirt ball read. That's what I love to see out of run them in motion.
That ball is hit pretty well to center. Back to the fence. Off the wall. Tying run comes in. And Reisner, who got her first start tonight at second base, comes up. That 2-2 pitch is hit in the gap. That's a base hit. Cut off out there by the center fielder Shooter. But Kentucky has responded with 2 in the home half of the 6th inning, and they lead it 4-3. Because Aaron Koffel stands on deck. Got her with the off speed. And the inning comes to an end, but the Wildcats get 2 runs on 2. And so they did an outstanding job. And now let's see if Schoonover can do one. Wow. Phil Friels has had that consistent zone. Liner to right, and that's a base hit. Grace coming over to third, and they got her.
That was legit. I love the arm out of Riley Smith over there in right field. There was speed trying to get to third from.
They'll check. I don't think she went. Oh, they say she did. There you go.
Great check by Hamilton. I didn't.
And Emma Shooter waiting. There it is. Great play by Lorsing. And for Kentucky, that was badly in need of a win. This one wasn't pretty, but it's kind of the gritty victory they needed, Jenny.
For the team that was crawling out of the gates, squad.
For Dayton, 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. They left 3 on base. For Kentucky, 4 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors. They stranded 6. The victory goes to Schoonover